हरिः ओं श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। अभ्रमं भङ्गरहितम् अजडं विमलं सदा आनन्दतीर्थमतलं भजेतापत्रयापहं पूज्य राघवेन्द्राय चित्रधर्मरताय च भजतां कल्पवृक्षाय नमतां कामधेनवे आपादमौलिपर्यन्तं गुरूणामात्मस्मरे तेन विघ्नाः प्रणश्यन्ति सिद्धिं मनोरथाः। हरिः ओं श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः. There he uses an expression, Tasmat Yudhyasva Bharata. We talked about the Bimba Pratibimba Bhava, why that Bimba Pratibimba Bhava is conveyed in that particular Antamanta Imedeyaha, Nityasyukta Sharirinaha. In that, it is talked about how Nityasya Vukta Sharina, so Dehas and the Atmas, how they are connected. Atma is eternal, Dehas only to get destroyed. And because of the aprameya shabda, that bimba pratibimba bhava sannidhina asha not there, that means the contact between the reflection and the reflecting medium and the object, how that is eternally present in case of Paramatma and Jiva, that we saw bimba pratibimba bhava, we saw that in the last class. And in after conveying that thought bimba pratibimba bhava in the sloka, there is also tasmat iddhasva bharata. What it means is, for that reason, you have to perform yuddha. That's what, for that reason. What reason is that? Because, okay, a question comes to our minds, or any Purupaksha, hey, you are saying the jivas are eternal and Paramatma is also eternal. Both are nitya. So what is so special? Why should we do the puja of Paramatma, puja rupena, doing yuddha, or whatever, all these things? Why? Because both are nitya anyway, both are eternal. Jivas are also eternal, Paramatma is also eternal. And jivas cannot be destroyed, Paramatma cannot be destroyed. They all have nityatva, eternality. So they are, maybe, okay, you may say Paramatma is Swatantra Nitya, Jiva is Aswatantra, but still they are Nitya. So why should even Jiva bother about worshipping Paramatma? Why should it do puja of Paramatma? So this question comes to our mind. And that's why this sloka, in a subtle way is conveying, hey, there's no sarvasamya, there's no absolute similarity between Jiva and Paramatma, because Jiva, though the eternal is there, avinashi tu tadvidhi yena sarvamidantitam, there it is told, and also anashino prame, here also anashi, avinashi, these shabdas are used for Paramatma, which conveys a different, like, that avinashitva, when it is applied to, or indestructibility, when it is applied to jivas, only swarupa nasha, that means destroying the itself, the jiva itself getting destroyed, is not possible. In that aspect only it's similar, but there are other kinds of nasha. So nashas chaturvidha proktha, Acharya explains that there are 4 kinds of destruction or diminishing or nasha or kind of problematic issues. There are 4 kinds of destruction. What are 4 kinds of destruction? One is Swarupanasha. Swarupanasha is one kind of issue. So, and Anityatva is a nasha. So, Swarupanasha is called Nityatva not being there. That means it's something that can get destroyed, is conveyed by the word Anityatva, non-eternality. See, Nityatva is eternality. So destructibility is synonymous with non-eternality. So Anityatvam is one kind of nasha. If something is nitya, means eternal, means that anityatva rupa nasha is not there. That means the swarupa itself, by itself getting destroyed, does not happen when nityatva is there. Anityatva is there means it gets destroyed. Anityatva is not there, that means nityatva is there means it will not get destroyed. So anityatvam is one kind of destruction. Anityatvam deha hanihi. See, we talked about antavanta ime deha. That means the jivas acquire the bodies And then the bodies will get, jiva doesn't get destroyed, all right, but the bodies will get destroyed. So dehanasha, or the destruction of the body, is the second kind of nasha, which is not there for Paramatma. Paramatma and jiva, okay, Swarupataha both are nityas, both do not have anityatva rupa nasha, but they have, jivas have dehahani. And Paramatma does not have Dehan, because even when he takes avatars, he comes with his Swarupa Deha only. He does not acquire a physical body, unlike Jiva. So it's not only Swatantra difference. Swatantra difference is there. Of course, Paramatma is Swatantra. Jivas are not Swatantra. In addition to that, this also, Dehani, or destruction of the body, happens for Jivas, ordinary, like all of us, except Lakshmi and Narayana. Only those two are there. For example, for the current discussion, Narayana, Paramatma, he does not have bodily destruction. Dehahani is a bodily destruction, losing the body. That does not happen for Paramatma. So for Jiva, it happens. All the Jivas, it happens. And Dukkha Prapti. Not only Jivas are acquiring the body. So we all go through, right? When somebody hits our body, we get injured. Oh, we feel the pain. That Matras Prashasas Kaunteya, there we saw the contact with the physical objects and the Indriyas. That is also not under our control. Paramatma is controlling it. So he makes us go through the pain. The pain happens. If the body gets hurt, we feel it's hurting us only. Abhimana is there. So that is unavoidable, that is there. Only thing is we have to try to reduce and reduce. That's all we can do. It's very difficult to completely get rid of Abhimana for ordinary souls. So Dukkha Prapti, or acquiring the sorrow, going through the sorrowful experience, that is a third kind of destruction. And the fourth kind is the most subtle form of destruction, that is Apurnata dosha. That means not being complete, not being infinite. We talked about three kinds of perversion. Remember, we said Deshataha, Kalataha, Gunataha. The eternality that we talked about is Kalataha pervasion. That means time-wise, we are pervading the entire time. The Jiva Swarupa is pervading the entire time. Deshataha, even Swarupa, if you take the Swarupa, Deshataha Sarvavyapakatva is not there for Jivas. Paramatma has that. And Gunataha Sarvavyapakatva is not there for all the ordinary Jivas. Paramatma has that. So Trividha Purnatva, complete infiniteness, completeness is there only for Paramatma. So incompleteness, Apurnata, is another kind of an Nasha or destruction. That Nasha is there for all the souls. If we take Lakshmi Devi, she is Deshataha, also she is all pervading. Kalataha, of course, all the Jivas are pervading. Lakshmi is also all pervading. That means she is present eternally. But Deshataha also, that means space-wise, she is present everywhere. Where, like in this entire universe, the Mukta Prapancha and Amukta Prapancha, liberated world and unliberated, everywhere. Narayana, wherever Narayana is present, Lakshmi is also present. Deshataha and Kalataha Samavyapti is there for Lakshmi Narayana. So the Purnatva, only for Desha Kala Purnatva is there for Narayana and Lakshmi. But Guna Purnatva, that means the qualities, having infinite auspicious qualities, is not there for Lakshmi. That is there for Paramatma only. So he alone is Chaturvidha Nasharahita. That means four kinds of destruction. That is the full definition of Avinashi or Anashi. So this Avinashitva or indestructibility is completely applicable in all four respects to Paramatma only. For all the other Jivas, only Swarupa Nasha is not there. All other three kinds of destruction is there. For Mukta Jivas, though they do not have bodily destruction after going to Moksha, before going to Moksha, they had the bodily destruction. Though in Moksha, they do not have sorrow, before going to Moksha, they had a sorrow. So the Dukkha Prapti and Dehahani for all the Jivas happened before going to Moksha. And for all the Samsara Jivas, we are all going through that. Lakshmi Devi Nityamukta, that means ever liberated, always liberated. So she does not have Dukkha Prapti and Deha Hani. That also not there for Lakshmi. So Lakshmi does not have Anityatva, does not have Deha Hani, does not have Dukkha Prapti, but Apurnata, Gunataha Apurnata is there for Lakshmi. Deshataha Kalataha Apurnata is not there. But Gunataha Apurnata. So that means actually complete Purnatva if we take, Apurnata dosha is there for Lakshmi also. That is why Saturvidha Nasharahita, only Narayana. Lakshmi, she is without three kinds of Nasha, but she has in the fourth one part, that Guna part, she has Apurnata dosha. And all the other jivas, they have three kinds of Nasha. That is why there is a difference between that. And another thing that conveys this is, we are having dukkha hani, dukkha prapti and deha hani, for us to get rid of this cycle of birth and death. We need the grace of Paramatma, anugraha of Paramatma. That is why we are dependent on his grace. We have to have the anugraha, grace of Paramatma. That is why tasmat, for that reason, yudhyasva, puja rupena, bhagavat puja rupena yuddham kuru. This is the instruction given by Sri Krishna to Arjuna. You have to engage in fight. You have no choice. You have to fight. And that fighting, don't do with abhimana. Abhimana tyaga is talked about, right? What is abhimana tyaga? You have to do it as the form of worship of Narayana. So tasmat puja rupena idhyasva. Puja rupena is not there in the sloka. It is implied by all the context. The whole thing, if we take that he is Avinashi and we are all Vinashis, we have to reach the moksha. That means moksha prapti and the shanti rapaiti. So we go to the shanti or moksha. All these other statements convey that we need the grace of Paramatma. That is why this concept is to be embedded, or it should be imbibed. It should be understood, because one argument is, okay, Paramatma has all four ways, Avinashitva, but Jivas, we have only Swarupataha Avinashitva is there, but they all other kind of destruction we have. And not only that, then we can, people in a Purvapaksha can say, hey, okay, all right, we have three kinds of Nasha. Fourth, when you take only Swarupa Nasha, in that at least we are equal to Paramatma. He is Nitya, eternal Swarupatah. We are also Nitya, eternal Swarupatah. So in case, in terms of Swarupa, the inherent nature, that means not the other three kinds of Nasha, but Swarupa, Rupa, Nasha, that one we are same as Paramatma. He is also Nitya, we are also Nitya. So what is speciality? Why should we worship Paramatma? The other three will tell Dukkha Prapti, Deha Hani, that you are going through that, and to get rid of that or to come out of that, you need the grace of Paramatma. So even Swarupataha Swatantra is not there. You are not independent, you are dependent. Paramatma is independent, Swatantra, and he alone has the capability to grant moksha to all the jivas. So the jivas have no choice but to surrender to Paramatma and obtain his grace, so that Dehahani and Dukkha Prapti, Rupa Samsara Dukkha, it can come out of it only from the grace of the Paramatma. So this is very essential. So this is what is conveyed by that concept. So the lot of important concepts are given here. Why Arjuna should fight, that is being conveyed so far, and the thought flow continues in the next few slokas. So basically we are not going sloka by sloka, but we are going by concept. So each class we are covering one important concept. Last class we covered the concept of Bimba Pratibimba Bhava. Today we covered what is the difference. That's why in this sloka, 18th sloka, Acharya elaborately goes on talking about Jiva Brahma Bheda also, the difference between Jiva and Brahma also. So Jivas are different from Paramatma. Jiva Brahma Aikya is not possible. and jivas are eternally dependent on Paramatma, and they have to surrender to Paramatma, obtain his grace so that they can come out of the samsara chakra and come out of dehahani dukkha prapti rupa cycle, the bodily destruction and acquiring the sorrow, having the sorrow. This we have to come out, means we need the Paramatma's grace. So tasmad, for that reason, yudhyasva, puja rupena yuddham kuru. You fight, because that is your dharma now. Whatever we do in our regular day-to-day life, what about all of us? In Gita, Bhagavad Gita is not just for Arjuna, it is for all of us. So what is the take-home message for us? Take-home message is, whatever we do, we are engaged in our daily activities, we have to do many things, but all of the activities we perform, of course, we don't think of God every minute, but at least whenever it's possible, whenever, think of God as omnipresent, and he is directing us, he is guiding us. When we talk to someone else, he is giving prerana to us, he is giving prerana or instigation to the person whom we are talking to. It may be our boss, it may be our subordinate, it may be our friend, it may be a stranger, it may be anybody. Anybody we interact with, Paramatma is present in that person, Paramatma is present in us, and he is controlling that person's feelings, thoughts, talk, everything, and he's controlling our thoughts, talk, walk, everything. Thoughts, talk, walk of everybody is controlled by Paramatma. So what we have to do is, we have to think of the Paramatma's all powerfulness and treat every action that we are doing as a form of worship of God. This anusandhana is very difficult to get, but effort. Every time we do a small, tiny progress, that is fine. So tiny amounts of progress, but everywhere prata prabhuti sayantam sayadi prataram tata yat karomi jagannatha tadastu tau pujanam. This anusandhana, this way of thinking should be imbibed, should be emulated, should be followed in all our walks of life. That is the message, take home message for today. Hare Srinivasa, any questions are there, you can feel free to ask.
Hare Srinivasa,
Yeah.
I have one question. So,
Yeah.
if you said that Paramatma is in all of us,
Yeah.
every single object, inert or movable, he's in everything, but
Yes.
and he controls our walk, talk, and all our emotions. But
Yes.
why would suppose a thief, if he's also in Paramatma is also in the thief, but why is Paramatma making him do the wrong thing when
Mhm.
he says do the right thing in the Gita?
Yes. Yes. The reason is this. Remember we talked yesterday about the Bimba Pratibimba Bhava. So he is as a Bimba and we are his Pratibimba reflections, right? So the Jiva reflects itself. We said like the reflecting medium is also Jiva and the reflection is also Jiva. So in a good person, the Paramatma Bimba is there. And in a bad person also, Paramatma Bimba is there. But the Jiva Swarupa, the reflecting medium, if it is clean, nice, like for example, in real life example, suppose the mirror is very clean and pure, the reflection in the mirror will look very nice. Suppose the mirror is crooked, like a convex mirror or concave mirror, what will happen? The reflection will look odd, like, remember the funny, in some places they have these special mirrors where you see your reflection, you look either too fatty or too lean, you look weird when you see the reflection. That means if the reflecting medium is defective, the reflection also will be defective. So Paramatma is perfect, all right. Paramatma is omnipotent, so he is all good and all. So why, when bad people, why should he instigate the bad people to do bad actions? Means because the Jiva Swabhava of that bad person is bad. So Paramatma's reflection, his, as Bimbarupa is that Jiva has hatred for Paramatma and dislike for Paramatma. So that Jiva has whatever gunas, sattva, rajas, tamasa gunas we talked about, the Jiva Swabhava, the tamo guna pradhana Jiva. Suppose the Jiva is a tamo guna pradhana Jiva. So Paramatma is, of course, perfect. but the reflection of Paramatma in the jiva, that tamoguna pradhana jiva, that evil, bad person, the reflection also becomes bad. So Paramatma, in that case, Paramatma is so impartial, he will, yeah, even for us, even for people like us, if we see, some are good, some are bad, we are like, we have variation because we are mixture, right? We are perfectly bad people, perfectly good people, okay, understandable. But like people like us, we are a little bit more bad, little less bad, we do all kinds of levels are there. Even in our case, all of us do not act the same way. Why? Means there is a variation. Even among us, there is a variation. Some are very gentle, soft, inherently swabhavika. Some are very aggressive, angry, and hurting. They do troubling to people. Some of us are like that. So whoever their swabhava is there, the Paramatma is so impartial that he will do as per the swabhava, because he won't change. Because suppose he says, okay, I have all power, right? I am all powerful. I'll make the bad people also to do be good only. All do, even if they think I will instigate them, make them think good only. That means Paramatma is showing partiality. In case of good people, because of their goodness, he is reflecting goodness. And in case of bad people, he says, oh, I will override it. Two problems. One problem I said, changing the swabhava is as good as killing that jiva and creating a new jiva. That's one issue. The second issue is Paramatma is showing partiality. This guy is a bad guy, but he is overriding it and making him get good things, behave good way, give him good, though he is a inherently bad guy. So Paramatma is showing partiality to that guy. Paramatma will never show any partiality. He will do as per the swabhava of the jiva, because he is so impartial, he is perfect, and he will not override it. That is as good as killing the jiva. Secondly, it is showing partiality to the jiva. So for these two reasons, he will not change the bad people's thoughts. He will not override it. He will make as per the jiva's, and that's one thing. And also as per the Swabhava, karma also is there. He cannot override the karma just because I'm all powerful. He is all the bad karma balance is there. I will cancel all of that, give him all the good result. Means that's also partiality. Somebody has done lot of hard work and he acquired good karma. He is getting good result. This bad guy who did all the bad also acquired bad karma, but still he also gets the same result. This is like a person who works very hard, gets paid very nicely, and another person who is always troubling, he doesn't work hard, he is always a troublemaker, but he also gets paid nicely. That is very unfair, right? So the same thing, Paramatma will give as per the swabhava and karma. Karma is again as per the swabhava, the karma is there. So as per the swabhava and as per the karma, the Paramatma gives the instigation, prerana, and make people as per their swabhava behave their own way. Paramatma will not interfere, but Paramatma will enable. Of course, without Paramatma's enabling, nothing will function. He will enable, but as per the swabhava of the jiva only.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.
Sure.
So I'll add an analogy, Shri Keshav, if you let me know if you think that this is okay. So, for example, there are various different appliances. We are like appliance, and God is like the electricity. So, in a fan, when the electricity flows, it will only spin. But when the electricity flows in the bulb, it will glow. And also, there are different types of bulbs. With 0 watt or 100 watt, 1000 watt, and they will glow as per their own innate ability. But the electricity is impartial. It is there in the fan, it is there in every bulb. But it is the quality of the appliance and its function as to what it does.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah. And I used to give that analogy also. So that's a correct analogy. So that's one way of understanding it. And another analogy, why he doesn't change, the analogy I used to give for that is for sweet fruit plant like mango plant or a margosa. if margosa tastes like mango, then that is as good as killing the margosa and creating a mango. So mango should taste like mango only. Margosa should taste like margosa, bevinele, like that only. So everything should be their own nature. Sugarcane should taste like a sugarcane. A bitter plant will be a bitter plant. So everything should have its own inherent. God will not interfere. Will not change, because that is as good as destroying its nature. So God will not destroy the nature. So that is for another similar why he doesn't change evil. And why different things different, the electricity, fan, bulb, that's a good analogy.
Okay, so you told a very nice shloka. I don't know whether everybody understood or not, but I think it would be good to briefly explain the meaning. Pratah praviti sayantam sayadi
Yeah.
pratah.
Yeah. That sloka basically how we should do the anusandhana. Prataha means morning, prabhuti starting from morning, saya antam until the evening, prata prabhuti sayantam, sayadi prata again in the evening to the morning. That means basically all through the day. Sayadi prataram tatha yat karomi jagannatha, O Lord of the universe, yat karomi, whatever I do, yat karomi jagannatha tadastu tava tat astu tava pujanam. Let that be your worship. See, this is a very carefully to be used. Oh, okay, I'm going to go hit somebody. Oh God, let this be your worship. We cannot do that, because when we are telling this sloka, we are offering to the God. We offer only good things to God, right? We offer good fruits, good things. We don't offer something, let's put mud and offer mud. We have all nice food, good food is there, but I'll offer only the mud to God, means that's very bad, right? No devotee will do. When we are offering means we try to do, of course, something we do by mistake, we do a mistake, then we do repentance, we say, oh God, I made a mistake, sorry, I won't do again, please instigate me not to do this mistake. The paschatapa should be there. But otherwise, make an effort to do all good acts as much as possible. Beyond your control is okay, but whatever is in your control, try to do good and then offer that to God. Offering to God means what? Offering the action to God is nothing but realizing that, oh God, this is your grace. You gave me the power, you gave me the opportunity, you gave me the occasion, you gave me everything, and I did that because of your grace. That is understanding the swatantra of Paramatma, aswatantra ours, and thinking that this is his puja. That is the way of offering. That's why let this be your puja. Let this be offering to you. Let this be a good act. Make me to do the good act and make me offer the good acts to you. If I do a bad act, that also we offer. In the sense, oh, even I did the bad, is so bad, I don't want to do. Please help me. Next time I make me not to repeat this. Pray, do repentance, and don't do that again. That's what you have to do.
Very much, Rikeshara. So I think we'll
Yeah.
close the session with a small prayer. So we'll do the same prayer that you taught us today. Pratah prabhiti sayantam sayadi pratarantatah yat karomi
Jagannatha tadastu tava pujanam.
धन्यवाद शुभरात्रि
हरे श्रीनिवास धन्यवाद
Jai Shri Mata. Dhanyawada.
नमस्कार
हरे श्रीनिवास धन्यवाद थैंक यू